Be a dealer, be a leader, not a dealer. That's really amazing.
Yes. Very,
Wow.
very, very, very important.
So what inspired it? What inspired it?
You know, when you take a look at around you, whatever you do at workplace and stuff, people around calling themselves the name leader has been abused. Like the Bible said, the greatest among you, the one who wants to be the greatest among you must be myself, the rest of the people, or the cross. And leadership is about service. But a lot of people around us, if there's nothing is in it for me, then I'm not going to do it. A lot of people are dealing left and right, calling themselves leaders, cutting corners to do things and telling people that I'm a leader. So I take a look at certain things. I take a look at a lot of things around you and I at the workplace, and I have these ideas of why should things be like this? A lot of people don't like to speak the truth. So mostly about me, I think my life is supposed to be more of a signboard, a signpost to the world, not about just what I say. What I do is the most important. Those are some of the traits of a leader. You don't say, let's go, let me say, you don't say, go do this, go do that. And the environment I find myself, I am to take instructions, command.
Amazing.
You understand? So
yes,
I think we've started the event like that. We've started the whole program. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry. The line keeps breaking. Don't worry, we'll survive this internet hitch.
Sure.
We'll survive the hitch by God's grace. So today, Dobby will be speaking on the topic Youth in Leadership, Developing the Attitude of a True African Leader. This is in line with the theme, Uniting Young Leaders to Lead for Positive Global Shaping. And I looked around, and as much as I had a lot of options, my spirit fell on Dovi because this man is so passionate about Africa. He's so radical, and I love his message. Ghanaians need to wake up. And I think that is why I brought him to be the first person, to open this, to be the first speaker for our maiden edition of this time. We're going to have more every year, and you don't want to miss Dovi. Dovi, I know you're ready for us.
Sure.
Take it away.
I'm ready.
In the next 30 minutes, take it away.
Hello.
Yes, Dobby, we can hear you.
All right. So if you can hear me, once again, I say good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to the whole world. People watching me from South Africa, Cameroon, in fact, the entire Africa continent, and the whole world, and then Ghana. It's a privilege to share the little I know with you when it comes to leadership. And it's one thing I am so much enthused when I hear the word leadership. Any environment I go, whether church, house, family, party, business organizations, the first thing I look out for is who is in the realm of affairs here, who is leading the team here, who is leading this organization. I want to know how you put this team around together. I want to know how things are going on here, how you are leading your people, so that I can learn something from you. So who am I? Dovi Senyo is a friend, a brother, a coach. You can call me a coach, you can call me a rabbi, you can call me whatever. If I'm your enemy, you can address me like that. I am okay with it because leaders accept criticism and rejection. So I was born in a village in the Volta region. Dovi simply means stay where, or someone, a male child born after twins. So I happen to follow twins, ladies for that matter, but at least they are married. So with their husband. Yeah. So that is why I am called Dovi. Senyo is my last name, which I am building for. And today I have again the purpose of this call is to talk about the young leaders. I'm to speak, I'm to tell you certain things that will touch your brain through your heart to ignite you for a takeover in the position of leadership when it comes to Africa, and having to serve, which I'm still serving I'm serving the colors of my land, a military officer by profession, a flight maintenance officer. When it comes to plane, I fix things, so you can still call me plane fitter. I've been doing this for the past 13 years, and along the line, 7 years back, 7 to 8 years back, I thought it wise that single source of income is a suicidal. So I started learning how to start other businesses aside my job to increase my source of income, because I have my car key has a spare, my dog key has a spare, I have 2 legs, 2 eyes, 2 ears. So I have 2 hands, a lot of fingers. So I don't know why I'm supposed to have one source of income. So that inspired me to at least learn from other sources, create opportunities as a leader to start making side income. The only thing God do, in fact, to my religion and my faith, God don't want me to do is to get 2 women. That one is a command, so I have to obey. So today, all I want you to know is that life won't pay you. Life won't pay you for having sense. Life will never pay you for having sense. It is going to pay you only when that sense is being put to work. That sense is being made to bring value to the marketplace as a leader. So you ask yourself, as a young gentleman, lady on the continent of Africa, ask yourself, what is the purpose why God is still keeping me alive? So far as you are alive, that means you owe something to this continent. You owe something to humanity, to your country, your community. God is still keeping you alive for a purpose. So as a young man on this continent, what is the purpose? Why are you still alive? You should ask yourself. And if the purpose is being defined, the purpose is clear, then you know that you need to have a vision. People will surely buy into your vision as a leader or walk into your vision. People will know that this guy, as a leader, I look at you. That's why you go to school, you go to environments, you go to places, and everybody's pointing finger. This is this. People are complaining, and that is where you see that leaders emerge. Then you see somebody say, "No, why are we complaining? Do it this way. Let's do this. Put this table here. Bring this here." That is the leadership I'm talking about. So people will buy the leader first before buying your vision. Which kind of leader do you want to be? We keep blaming our leaders. People think that when we talk about leadership in Africa, on our continent, in our country, it's all about political leadership. That is a mere, I call it, misconduct, I call it misinformation. Leadership is not about politics. Leadership is not about political leadership alone. Leadership starts even from your home. Your father, at a particular point in time, will put certain traits and you say, no, no, no. This thing daddy is doing is not good. Leadership even starts from the home. That is why when you go to school, we have class leaders. When you go course reps, we have a lot of, when you get to certain organizations and things are not working, the first thing you should know, you should ask, who is the leader? So as a leader, as a gentleman, as a lady on the continent of Africa, what is your purpose? Do you have a vision? Which kind of person, leader do you want to be? We always yearn for good leaders. So I take it upon myself that anywhere I go, I want to lead like the leader I am expecting to lead. So if I have this behind my back, the sense of my back, I start telling you to have a vision. So everything you need to do as a leader for you to grow, to be, you cannot just wake up and say, I'm a born leader. Have you ever seen a born leader? Or let me say, you go to the sector of aviation, you go to the airport, and they announce in the cockpit that, ping pong, I'm a born pilot. And would you even allow that man to fly a born pilot? Which airline will allow to fly? Have you ever seen a born doctor wake up? You bought your stethoscope, cutlasses, knives, and syringes and stuff. You enter the ward. You say, yes, I want a job here in Texas 7 Military Hospital. Who are you? I am Dr. Dobi. What's your criteria? Which school did you? So no, I didn't go to Tech. I didn't go to Legon. I didn't go to any university. I'm a born doctor. Would you allow that doctor to operate on you? No. Probably the only doctors who can be born doctors are native doctors in our community. Or where we might have certain native doctors. What I am telling you, I want you to know is that my point is simple. Leadership is a process. You, as a young man today, listening to me, as a young woman today, listening to me, watching me in this call, what's your vision? What do you want in life? It's not enough to have a vision. That is why I have a vision that you need to build it for a purpose. The motive behind what you are doing, the motive behind what you are doing, it is more important than the result. What is the purpose? Why are you building it? Why are you doing what you are doing? Is it for service or is it just for the money? Is it for just the money or just for the reward? People do things for applaud. Are you just doing that for applaud? As a young gentleman in this country, you have a vision. If you don't have a vision, you buy into someone's vision until yours is popular. So if you don't have a vision today, you can look for. That is why a lot of you are connected with Madam Emale. That because of her vision, because of her ability to do certain things, we will buy into the vision, her ideology, until we drive out ours. So if you want to be a good leader, then you have to have a vision. And if you don't have this vision, my vision is to build something for a purpose. So everybody around me is to build something for a purpose. That thing you can be building, it can be business, it can be school, it can be anything. So we teach people how to make money. That is our purpose. We make the purpose behind the money is a lot. A lot of you said you want to do what? A lot of you want cars, you want gold, you want bats. There is one purpose you need, is comfortability. You can never be comfortable without making money. You can never help people without making money. You can never help your community without making money. So what is your purpose? As a leader, you need to learn how to communicate. It should be clear and simple. Simplify your communication. You don't underestimate the power of optimism. You have to see if there's no opportunity, create one. If there's no opportunity, if you don't have money in your pocket, go out to go and print it. Go out to go and print the opportunity. Print more money. Print your own money. That is what I'm talking about. So, as a leader, you need to have your personal motivation. Everybody can be motivated to start something. You start when you get to the peak and the going gets tough. You need to go beyond motivation at this point. You need to go beyond activation at this point. You need to be provoked. I tell people that you are born in the continent of Africa. You are in Ghana and you want somebody to motivate you before you become a leader, before you take the bull by the horn. Ladies and gentlemen, we have more than what it takes to be more provoked. A leader, you need to have that provocational spirit. See, everybody can start something. That is why when you went to school, a lot of people quit. People marry and they quit on their own marriage. People quit on their football team. People, because the team is not winning anything. People quit on a lot of things. What is the purpose? If you have a strong purpose, you will never quit as a leader. You are born on the continent of Africa. And ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, being on this continent alone should tell you that enough is enough. You cannot say you are here and you are waiting on things to happen for you. You must make things happen as a leader. A leader must accept a feedback. When we are leading people, I have a team of over 25,000 on the globe. When I meet them online meetings or offline, the first thing I do, yes, I have a team of leaders, 25,000 plus on the globe. What I do before I even open the space for everybody to speak, I tell everybody, at least 10 to 20 of them, to criticize me. Since our last meeting to this meeting, what did you think I did to you personally, to the group entirely, you don't like? And as a leader, you should be able to talk to people, not about the people. You should be able to talk to your team leaders. You should be able to talk to people above you, not about them. Some of us, instead of us to talk to the people, for me to walk to Madam Emma to tell Madam Emma that, oh, please, in the last 2, 3, 4 days, you said this, you did this at meeting, at work, we take certain decisions that I think that I don't like. We will not do it. And then we'll call each other, we'll call the phone. Hey, Minia, have you heard this? You see, she took this decision, she made this today, and I don't like. Why don't you have the courage as a leader to talk to me, to talk to him, to talk to her, instead of talking about me, him, or her? As a leader, you should be able to accept feedback. Accept feedback. Leaders learn every day. Every leader that want to grow must learn. Some of us on this call watching us, watching me direct on Facebook, since after school, we've never, we've never read anything aside our course outline, course manuals, lecture notes from the university. We've never, we've never read anything again aside. It is very bad. You can never be a leader in this changing world if you are refusing to lead by reading, by empowering yourself, personally developing yourself. You don't know, as a leader, you don't know anything about how to raise funds, how to, you learn nothing about money. For me, if you are my friend and you don't talk about money, I'll categorize you in a different group of friends. That is me. Because the only thing as a leader or somebody I will not talk about is things I have in abundance. Something like air. God has given me a lot of air to breathe, so I will not go and fight about air. I don't have money. You need money as leader to fund certain things. Some of us are not going to join this call because we don't have enough of money to even buy bundle, to buy credit, to buy data. So why do you want as a leader, you don't train your people? I always challenge fellow employers that if you are a good employer, even as a pastor, if you are a good pastor and you are in church, you are leading your people and you don't tell them, you don't teach them how to make money. That is how come the continent is not growing up. How many business people do you have in your country? Ghana, how many people do you have? When you go to the people we benchmark ourselves against, the US, the UK, the Europeans and stuff, where you can check all the richest people in the world are coming from there. How many business people do we have in our country? You should know as a leader in every environment, you should have a little bit of sign, mind, information about these things. You can't just say I'm a leader. The name leader, I really good talk. When the people are following you and they are hungry, you think hungry people will listen to your instructions? A broke leader will turn into a beggar. That is why you can see most of the African countries manifesting. You go to borrow. Imagine your father is borrowing every day. Imagine your father is making money, taking money from someone else to borrow every day to feed his family. A day will come, that man or that family will say, I have to sleep with your wife, your daughter, or I want your son to come and sleep with me before, or you yourself come and sleep with me before I can give you money to feed your family. Yes, because a broke leader will become a beggar and you never have a voice. So as a leader in every endeavor, every sphere, every industry, you should make it at the point that no, I need to make money. Money must be part of my conversation. You should dedicate a time to it, to learn how to make money, how to keep the money, how to put that money to work, and how to multiply the money. You cannot lead people who are hungry. That is why Africa is like this. So as a young leader aspiring, how many of our youth on this call, how many of our youth watching us know about money, know how to identify opportunities, that no, this opportunity, I need to grab it and make money. These things are not learned in the four corners of the classroom. You need to come out and personally develop yourself, your mind, your heart, your soul to know it as a young leader. You need to lead by example. In the military, every training we need to do, any training an instructor will come to, if he said jump a 25 or 24 feet wall, he's not going to say jump. He will not show you go and do it. No, the instructor will demonstrate. So we say something, instructor demo. The instructor will demo first, and then you have the courage to go and do it. Some of us, we claim we are leaders in our communities, in our businesses, and in our churches. We are always late to check. We are always late to meeting. We are always late to event. But when the day you come, you want to check people, you want to insult people, you want to treat people bad because they are late. They are learning from you. You cannot say go and do it. It is only managers that say go and do it. A leader will say, let's go do it. I am leading from the front. I do it first. I step my foot in the water first, so that when the water burn me, I know the caliber, the intensity of the heat. Then I'll tell my people that when you are dipping your feet inside the water, dip it gradually or dip it straight and come up, because I know the danger there. But you don't know the danger as a leader. What are you going to tell me to go and do it? I need to do. You see, these things, you can Google a lot of it. The ways of getting success is a lot. We can find them. So 25 something of becoming money, making money and this. But the guy who wrote, why is he not rich? A leader must have the courage to do, even when the going gets tough. When people are saying we are not going to do it, this is the time we are going to do it. When people are saying you are not going to do it, you can't make it happen. This is the time you are going to make it happen. This is what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, on this call, all I want you to know is that leaders say let's go do it, not go and do it. That is the attitude or the attribute of a manager. We are here as leaders to revive and revamp our country. We need to take responsibility and honor in a community where things are not going right. When you see people going to certain direction, thank God we are even on the verge. In the less than 3 weeks, we will be voting, we will be selecting new political leaders. So what are the attributes are you demonstrating? And I'll stand on this platform to urge everybody in Ghana that will be going to the polls that you are going there to exercise a franchise. You are not going there as a leader to go and fight anybody. As a leader in your community, you need to preach peace. Let's preach peace. Peace is why we are here. If we are fighting in your country, if they are fighting in your community, if they are fighting in your servant, I don't think you have the people even selling data for you to buy to be on this call. So, as a leader on our own, in our own communities, in our own corners, let's ensure preach peace and then practice the peace. When somebody comes in with anonymous or unnecessary argument that you know will escalate your temper, you need to do away with that person. That is what we call leadership. You demonstrate the highest level of what? Leadership. In terms of emotional, physical, not that because you are strong, you can beat somebody and then you go on the person. No, you have to demonstrate that emotionally you are sound as a leader. Spiritually, you are sound as a leader. Physically, you are sound as a leader. You are leading congregation, you are leading a lot of people. You eat anything, you drink anything drinkable, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, your stomach is like this, and you cannot even go. How would you lead people looking up to you when you are sick? When you cannot even make a move? How would you lead the people? So emotionally, physically, and spiritually, you have to be sound as a leader. Not only about, hey, let's go, I'm a leader, no. You don't need to even preach it. You need to demonstrate it. That is why a lot of people laugh at people in uniform with pot bellies. They don't see why they should look like that, because when the needs come to be, they think they cannot run, they cannot be physically sound to challenge the adversities. This is what I want to take the blame as a leader. Don't only be the credit. They say this group is the best group. Level Up Africa is the best group. Then Madam Emma will go and take the award. But when things are not going right, she will say she's not part of it. No. You should be able. There are times when things are even going wrong in the military. It is all about leadership. Every commander has his I said in the Air Force, the base commander has his wing commander, which takes charge of every department: engineering, flying, supply, and then administration. So the base commander will not call people just like that to come in and say, take a look at the movement. He will call the various commanding officers who will now answer to. They are responsible to him. That is how leaders must lead. You need to delegate. If you are leading a group of people, you are running a company, and you alone, you are the best presenter, you are the best organizer, you are the best manager, you are the best everything. In fact, you are the best security man. You will die and leave the company. You will be stressed up and die. Delegate. A leader must delegate. You need to delegate. Let people know their responsibility, that you need to learn from this stage because you can handle the responsibility of organizing. Then 2, 3, 4 years or 2, 3, 4 months, you migrate, you'll be given another appointment to do this, and that. And then you give opportunity to people to grow. If you want to do everything, if you want to do everything in the company, people will now end up, oh, if he's not around, then we'll put our hands down. We'll be waiting for you. When things are even going wrong, they know that, oh, you are the best in everything. So wait for you. A leader, you need to delegate. Accept blame when the needs arise. There are times where you need to accept certain blame when you know that, no, I am not the cause. You understand? I am not the cause, but you need to, as a leader, to just give that young leader who is looking up to you that moral courage to believe in you, to know that, oh no, even this guy is not around. I'll be able to do this. He can talk for me. Some leaders, when they come and there's mistake, they point fingers, they push the young leaders in. The rest watching from afar, they will never have courage in you again, and they will never die for you. That is what you need to know. And as a leader, you need to use your power to drive change. People are power drunk. As soon as they become the managers in this office, then they even want people to come and remove their shoes. They even want people to come and even clean their own things they've been doing before. I know the responsibility will increase, but certain things once in a while you should get involved. Recently, when the former president John Rawlings passed away, may his soul still rest in peace, as we still mourn. We saw a lot of videos which me have been following, and I know those days when some of us were not even born, he was with the people. That was how come he is the people. People love him because he goes down to know what the people are doing. When they are working, he wants to try. I'm not saying go and take their job. No. At least get involved. Let them know your sense of belonging. Be with the people. Don't only be at the last floor and always be pointing finger. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. No. Once in a while, roll the sleeve, enter the gutter, go under the sun with the people. Let them feel that you know what they feel, so that when you are in the office or when you are giving instructions from somewhere by delegation, they will know that you have that sense of belonging. Position is not the leader. The leader makes the position. Leaders make positions. Positions don't make leaders. We want to get to certain stage in our country and our how do you call it, in our communities, where there will be things like, how do you call it? Look at names like Nelson, Mandela, Jesus, King, Martin Luther King, Du Bois, Nkrumah. These are people we need to look. Nyerere, Lumumba, Mali. You see these names, not like this title. How do you call it? I don't even want to mention them for somebody to do away with the titles, do away with the position. By the way, let me tell you, write this down if you've never written anything that I've said here. Positions, ranks, offices names don't pay bills. Positions, ranks, office names don't pay bills. You can't take your rank to the shopping mall. So I am sales one manager, this, I am coming from this firm, and you go to the Accra mall, then you pick things, you get to the cashier, you say, oh, my rank is this, my title is this. They will slap you, you will never forget. Ranks do not pay the bill. You can't take your ranks to the shopping mall. Do away with it. Build something for your last name. The things you buy, the whip it up. It's someone's last name. Yamaha, Honda, mention the Gucci. Go and check it out. It's someone's name. When people hear your name as a leader, what do you think? Ask yourself now. When people hear your name now, Ajikun, Agobi, Menu, Hansen, Mansa. When people hear your name, what do they think about you? What do you think they think about you? Take responsibility. Own up. Positions do not pay the bill. Be patient, but you have to act with agency. People say, oh, God's time is the best. The time you are in now, is it created by Satan? The time I am in now speaking to you, is this time created by the devil? Every time is God's time. Being patient is different from being lazy. People take patience for laziness. That is why I say, as a leader, a young leader with a vision, working on a vision and a purpose, you need to be patient, but you must act with urgency. That is what I'm talking about. You can't give birth. This is what I want you to know. There's a saying always people say that you can't give birth or you can't impregnate 9 women today so that you can give birth in 1 day. No, it takes 9 months. 9 months for a baby to be born. The process is more important than the result. The result is just the byproduct. The activities that will lead to the result as a leader for you and your team, being business or corporate leader. It's like you are in the lab, you are mixing chemicals, and you know the byproduct, which is going to be the result. It will be money, it will be promotion, it will be travel, it will be car, it will be house, it will be marriage. That is the end result. But the process, the chemicals you are going to be mixing one after the other. If you don't mix it well, some will even explode the bottles. If you don't mix it well, some will end up giving you different results. That is how life is as a leader on your vision and your purpose. The process is what you need to embrace. That's why I say you can't impregnate 9 women at a go so that you can give birth in 1 day. No, you can only impregnate 1 woman. Even the 9, it will take them 9 months for the baby to come. So the process must be embraced. Who you become throughout the process, during the process, within the process, by the process, with the process is more important than the result. Who you become in the process, along the process, is more important than the result. Because people steal for money, people kill for their position, people betray people for their position, for what they want at the corporate world. People stab people at the back to get the result. But what they become in the process of stabbing themselves as a leader, are you going to adopt that strategy? Or you are going to be urgent by learning, practicing, and teaching during the course? That's why what I build for a purpose, my vision, as you work with us, as you build with us, is either you are learning whilst earning. That's why I always tell my team leaders that whilst you are not earning, make sure you are learning. Write it down. Whilst you are learning, make sure you are earning. Or whilst you are learning, whilst you are on the course and you are not earning now, make sure you are learning. You learn, and then you remove the L to earn. That is how life is. And if you are a young leader and you are aspiring to have all the cars, the beautiful buildings, live on the mountains and by the sea, by the beach, and you are not going to embrace the process, you end up stealing. That is why you put you in a community to lead a certain group of people. Any resources that is allocated to the people because of your dream for exorbitant living, which you cannot afford, you end up stealing money that doesn't belong to you. You end up taking things, opportunities, things that are meant for other people. You start taking it. And the Bible is against that. If you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim on this call, the Quran has never preached. The prophet, peace be upon them, has never preached. Jesus, all the leaders in the Bible, peace be upon them, has never preached that. Still, stab somebody. Embrace the process and know that you need to learn first before you earn. You need to learn first before you earn. You need to, as a leader, you need to be ready to adapt to situations. You are doing something small, situations change, economic change, pandemic is here. You have now we have to all adapt, whether you like it or not. Those days we would have go and rent hotel or a conference hall, then I'll come and stand on the stage and be firing you people and changing your mind, igniting your heart and your brain. Today I am behind my I'm not even using computer, I am using my phone. I am using my phone, my smartphone, and I am talking to the whole world. People will watch now live. Some will watch. This video is going to be there for life because of technology. 20 years from now, some people will dig out and listen to this information and to change their attitude. So you need to adapt. The market has changed, and you are expecting that the market should come back. It is naive. It is naive to be waiting for the wind to change in your direction. Instead of you setting your sail to switch where the wind is going. The wind is blowing like this. If you know you don't want to go to that direction, you set a sail that will prevent you to go to that direction. So it is really on you as a leader, when you are leading a team, whether a business group, that's why a lot of companies run out of business less than 5 years, they are no more. They cannot adapt. The leaders fail to adapt to a new world. Businesses are in fact, the money the richest people have made during this COVID is more than what they've ever made because they can adapt. They foresee the future. That is what you as a leader need to do. You should see it and always be. Why do you think we call the 49 engineers in the military that they are a step ahead, one step ahead? Because they go before any other person. They go to clear the road. They go to build bridges before we go for war, before we go into battle. Somebody must go and wreck it. Somebody must go and do the bridges. Somebody must go and lay comscore. Somebody must go and lay the mines. You understand? So all these things, everywhere you are as a leader, if you are in IT, transfer and then translate the way the computer works, the IT system or the motherboard will work. That's the same with everything, every aspect of life has been created just like God created life. So I can take every topic in my field, being in aviation, how airplanes fly, and I can relate it to my business and to life. How to even kill people, and then how to aim from my eye through my rifle to the enemy. The same way I aim my target when it comes to business. You should be smart as a leader to be adapt. You have to adapt. Any situation you find yourself, you need to adapt. You must adapt. It's a must. If you cannot adapt, you will fade out. You'll be well away. People will never know you. Why do you think? Excuse me again to say, the day former president passed, you think he was the only person who passed in Ghana? No. My father passed away some way back. Did you know my father? You don't know my father because he left no mark, maybe inside his community. The level, the echo-ness of the echo of your name with what you did in life is what people will talk about. What footprints are you leaving? What legacy are you leaving? Inheritance is what we leave for people. Legacy is what we leave in them. What legacy have people leave in you? A lot of people leave inheritance for their children. But how many people leave legacy for them? What kind of leader do you want to be? You just want to be that position leader, a leader that occupies an office. You want to be a leader that will leave a legacy in people. That's what you need to know. Can you be able to adapt? A leader who cannot speak the truth is that kind of leader you wanted to lead you. A leader who will deceive you, who will say one thing and do another. Is that kind of leader you want to be as a young man in our community? The leaders must step up their games. As a leader, you have to take personal development. As a food, you need to read about leadership and practice what a leader must do. You cannot be just a friend of me and you never want to read a book within the whole year. How many books have you read on this call? You say you are a young leader, want to be ignited in Africa. How many books? What's your identity? Leaders might know their identity. You must know your identity. One thing I don't like, which I'll say, that leaders, yes, I want people not as a leader, if you want to make everybody happy, then go and sell ice cream. I repeat, if you want to lead people and you want to make everybody happy, ladies and gentlemen, then stop leading. Go and sell ice cream. That would be the only way you can make people happy. If you don't know your identity, you don't know your identity. You want to be an African leader and you cannot speak even one language of your country. People speak other people's language from morning to evening. An European language. We are so much enthused, so much pleased. I foresee, I'm just dreaming for a day to come where they cross that to say if you don't pass English, you will not go to the university. It's one of the useless, in fact, without apology, one of the useless clause I ever see as an African. Said if my son, me, you on this call didn't pass English, you shouldn't go to the university. The Chinese movie you are watching as an African leader, those days we watch African, we watch Jet Li. We didn't even understand, but we watch from morning to evening. Were they speaking English? So what is this? If you want to be an African leader, these are the things you need to understand. An African youth leader, you don't even have one name of identity in your name, and you call yourself an African leader. You should be ashamed of yourself. If you and I don't understand this in the next 20 years, our kids cannot even speak one language, and some of our values will be lost. You take it from me or leave it. If you are on this call, you cannot even speak. Listen, if your father is an Ewe, your father is a Ghana, and they born you in a Asante region, it's not your fault. But make sure the language there, learn how to speak it. That is your identity as an African. God knows why He placed you here. And as an African, as a youth, you cannot say you are from Africa, you can't even speak. If you are an African, they born you in the US, it's not your fault. That is where they born you. That is where they raise you up. But you are born, bred in Ghana, and you are speaking other language, foreign language to your kids at the age of 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in your house. That's insanity as an African. We can never lead our continent anywhere if we don't know our identity as an African leader, as an African youth. That is why they will even tell you to wear your own African print on only one day in the 5 days. How possible? How can that be? Let's inspire ourselves. Let's put our talents together. Let's put our innovations together as leaders, as youth. Let's see a day that will come where we can process everything of ours here, eat everything of ours, and sell everything of ours. That is the only way. I cannot end this session by turning the gun this way. I can give you all the tips. Be courageous, be friendly, communicate, accept the feedback. In fact, be ready to adapt. But if you don't know your identity, you get lost. You will get lost. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are on this call and you still like this, all the people watching us on Facebook, I want you to put in the comment box one thing you've learned from this course. One thing, at least, if you don't want, you forgot everything. I'm still reminding you as a youth, as a leader in every part of your life. We learn first before you remove the L to N. And in the course of the process, you must learn, you must practice what you learn, get a result before you teach. The worst aspect is that we go to school and we are being taught certain things by people who never practice it. They read people's theory, learn, never practice, and then they come and teach us. Now, if you are teaching theory, is different from teaching experience. That is why an entrepreneur, teacher, or lecturer in the school can never even manage a little kiosk, can never run a business for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then he called himself an entrepreneur, teaching people to go and open business. You've never opened business before. You've never lived before. You are teaching leadership. How many people have you ever led and you want to teach? So you learn first. The chapter, I have 3 chapters. The learning chapter, the practicing chapter, before the teaching chapter. A lot of people throw the practice chapter away and then they want straight to work. Open the teaching chapter. You will teach, and you get confused yourself. God bless you so much. I will pause. Do you have any other question for me? Madam Emma, I am open. Hello. Hello.
Hello there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Dobby, you have set the place on fire. Dobby, you have set the whole house on amazing. I mean, the roof is on fire right now. Wow, 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 wow.
This one is introduction.
I am so glad I have. W, wait. I said this project I'm working on, we're gonna partner together to make this happen. I believe in partnerships. I don't believe in running things alone. That's one thing Africans don't get it. There's power in numbers, and I so connect with you on this level because your level of leadership ideology is really deep. Is something very radical that every African needs to understand. I really appreciate you, my brother. And I'm so grateful for the day
You
I
see,
crossed paths with you. I mean, you should see the feedback on the post. The guys are all
the
losing their minds.
the continent we
everybody,
live in.
everybody is losing their minds right now.
The
Pardon?
continent we live on.
Hello,
You cannot afford to do things
mm-hmm.
that kind of cool. You see, you need to speak to the soul of the people. Our people are sleeping. The youth, we need to be different from our parents. We need to be different from the people already living now. In fact, the books you learn as human resource, the things you've learned 20 years back, I want you to rewrite, and change certain things. That is the only way we can change the course. Not to go and be reading the same things. We'll go out and go and get the same result as a human resource personnel. The things has to be changed. Courses must be changed. Look at the other world. Why do you think US and China are advancing? Because China is now knowing that I have to do certain things to suppress some things. What do we have as Africans? What do we have? These people, China have this TikTok, China have WeChat, US have Facebook. What do Africa have? What do we have as continent? Our own cocoa, we cannot process it. They will have a lot of ideas. So if you keep reading the same book, tomorrow you become a minister of trade and one, and you will still do the same thing. And we keep reverting, we keep doing the same thing. I cannot be saying that. Like I said, people call themselves leaders, but they are dealers. As soon as you get to certain position, we are not ready to give, to sacrifice our own gain to see humanity go. Humanity first. See, sometimes it's not about making all the money. The results will come. When we put a system in place, I could not become maybe the richest man in Ghana today by my son, my daughter, my family, or one guy somewhere because of something I will change in the system who become. Because the tree I am sitting under today was planted by somebody. What is my responsibility? What am I also going to do today? To either water that tree, for it to grow and grow more branches, or get the seed from that tree and plant more trees. People end up cutting the trees to do charcoal instead of planting more trees. What kind of leaders are we raising? What kind of human beings are we? If you don't just understand, if you want to live Go in your corner somewhere, my brothers and sisters. We going nowhere until we make the change ourselves. People go to school to read business, to read administration, to read sales. Somebody reads sales in school. You come out, you can't even sell a pen. What did you went there to learn? You call yourself a sales manager, and you are sitting in the office selling people on the street. What can you sell yourself? A business administrator. You have first class in business, and you can't even open a business. When we show you business opportunity, see, let me tell you what make America America, Europe is not about strong body, six-pack people. It's about their system and it's about their people. When the billionaires speak in those countries, the politicians shake. Do you know we need to have our own Tony Robbins? We need to have our own Donald Trump. We need to have our own Robert Kiyosaki, Patrick Davis, Grant Cardone. These are the people.
Absolutely.
We need to have our people, so that when they speak, the government will sit up. We don't have business people. That is why one person I love his ideology is Honorable Kennedy Japan. When he speaks, a lot of people run. You think when he's not in politics today, he will go and beg for food? No. People are in politics as their careers. I can say it on authority. If you are in politics to serve, you have other businesses growing, you have other things giving you money. You speak freely, you speak the truth. When people are stealing, you still speak. Don't expect anybody to be a saint. Even in America, we don't have saints there. Europe, we don't have saints. They are human beings. We won't make mistakes. But when people use their stomach first and they are calling it mistake, that is where it becomes wrong. So you as a young leader on this call, what is your purpose? What are you standing for? What are your values? What value are you bringing to the table? Don't just go to school and go and read your manuals, finish, come back and be in the house, and you have nothing to contribute to the community. You finish school, you finish university, you have a lot of ideas, and you are, if you don't have a job, fine. I had a job when I had the same information until I have read, until I personally developed myself, until I got to certain stage and I know that, I made a mistake. That is why some of my colleagues, I pray for them not to get a job. You know why? The person giving you free food, the person giving you free food is your biggest enemy. It's killing you. The person giving you free food is the one killing your ideas. The more hungry you are. See, let me tell you, some of us, we slept in uncompleted buildings before. We pushed tracks before. You can check our tracks, go to Ashama Timber Market, from Japon to Ashama to... We were on the verge of running from this country to Nigeria when God interceded. So when we are speaking, that's the practice chapter I am talking to you about. As a youth, as a young leader, you cannot just want to make all the money today. There are systems that can take you to the place at a faster rate, but the job, there's something involved. The process, there's work involved. If you are afraid of doing the work, then please don't dream of the your friend said, don't dream of the result. Don't dream of the result. God don't give money. God only give opportunities. So if you go to church and you are praying, God give me money, God give me. This is one thing is also killing the youth. We put all our hope on God. God give you head, and you put cocoa, it gives your coconut. There's a lot of information inside. There's a lot of good things here. Put them to work. Ideas. Money is just an idea. Don't go to church, pastor, pray for me, for money. If pastor can pray for you to be a billionaire, why wouldn't the pastor be a billionaire? Prayer works. Prayer has its part. Don't use prayer to cover everything. Accept opportunity. Grow as a young youth leader in Africa. Make what you are supposed to make out of the opportunities around you. Your community is debt. That is money. People in your community need money, need water to drink. That is money. What idea are you putting in place? When you grow and you make money, what is the purpose of you making the money? What is the goal? How do you want to give back to your community? You think you can just sit and pray and things will happen? We pray too much in this country. Islam, 5 times prayers a day. Christianity, pray without ceasing. Our parents are pray. We are still praying. What are we doing after prayers? What do we do after the prayers? What are you doing? We make things look like God is the most poorest person. And one of these, what I want you to know is that the lack of money, it is the root of all evil. It is not the money is the root of all evil. It is the lack of it. That's why I tell you the purpose, the motive behind what you do. Are you just looking for money? to do unnecessary things. You see, in our community, we have to like it entertainment. How can we grow leaders like that? Good. We need to have leaders in the industry when it comes to entertainment. Strong leaders we have. What is the message to the other industries? Entertainment alone cannot build our countries. We need to have conscious, dedicated political youth leaders, business youth leaders, sales youth leaders, church youth leaders. Now everybody wants to become apostle, prophet. They are just prophesying. It's good to prophesy after the prophecy. The prophecy itself must work. So there's work. Lack must work. I define lack as laboring under correct knowledge. Do you have the correct knowledge? You go to school, you have the knowledge. You are refusing to labor. The knowledge you can have from school, most of the knowledge you have from school is wrong. It's not correct knowledge. It's awful. Those knowledges, some of them in our head, a fool is smelling. It's not correct knowledge. And some of us have the correct knowledge. We are refusing. We acquire the correct knowledge. We are refusing to labor with it. That is why we have information junkies. They know everything about life, but they know nothing about themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to, this is just an intro. The next we'll meet on that call. If you can follow me on all the social media handles, the Aviation is the name. When it comes to leadership, when it comes to business, when it comes to anything that will improve your life, personal development, and money making, we need to make money as youth of Africa. We need to pitch on, if you don't have it, power of partnership as a leader. You need to know what it takes when we say partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, let me pause for your question. The fire is always there.
Senor, Dovi, you are in fact, you are always on point. I mean, what you said that got me cracking was inheritance is what you leave for people, legacy is what you leave in people. For me, that was it. You just that is the for my definition for leadership 2020. God bless you for your. I mean, you should look at the comments right now. People are so amazed. Opoku Isaiah says the zeal is so high. I know. Dovi is always like this. Dovi is always on fire. That's the reason why he's one of my close should I say my leadership champions, the people I will do stuff with. Because I mean, to change the narrative in this continent, you need people like this who are not afraid. People who are zealous, people who you can see the change in their lives and they're going to multiply it as well. Barnabas says, Mr. Man, the way your man is fired up, if you don't intercede, it means we'll go on and on. Don't worry. We're going to have tenure again. Somebody says, awakening us to take up our rightful positions. That is awesome. Somebody else says, military manapa. Yes, Barnabas says, military manapa. I love the presentation. All correct stuff. Wow. Abigail says, bless you too. I really enjoyed it. Let me see. Yes, somebody else says ranks, not positions, don't pay the bills. We don't chop leadership. That's the Opoku Isaiah. That is awesome. In fact, there's so many, but time is gone. We cannot continue. We were supposed to wrap up at 5 o'clock, but it's 5:08. And everyone has been looking forward to having you, Dovi. And I'm sure we're going to have you again on our other dialogues on Level of Africa. So when I call on you, I know that you always open your doors to us. Thank you so much for your time. Please, if you have any questions for Senor, he's giving you his handles. Message him. You can even ask in the comment section. Dobby will come in there and even answer and give you feedback. I'll be getting ready for another session at 6 p.m. with Sandra on Real Talk with Sandra Delali. So please stay tuned again on Real Talk with Sandra Delali. I'll be there to have matters arising in the Real Talk chat room. Dobby, you are too much.
God bless you.
God bless you. We'll be in touch. Thank you so much. Thank you
God
so
bless
much for
you.
making
God
our
bless you
Wednesday
so much
memorable.
for
God,
the
we are so
opportunity
grateful
to at
to you.
least share the little I know. God bless everybody on the call, and
Of course.
certainly God bless our dreams. Have a lovely evening.
Lovely evening, my brother. Okay, everybody, all too soon we have to come to the close of today's summit. Thank you so much for making it powerful. Thank you to Dora for the spoken word. session, and thank you to all of you who stayed tuned to this time. Stay tuned for many more activities we'll have on this platform. Call a friend to call a friend. If you have a friend who has the passion but doesn't know how to go about it, let the person join Level Up Africa. We will help you get there. We are in this together to win together. Um, I love you all, and ensure that you allow excellence in everything you do. Have a lovely evening.